Hey everyone, so I'm here in my extension, been working really hard on this, trying to get this up to standard as a studio. So the latest thing of note to come out of the Middle East is the news that US officials have now told, I think it was NBC in the United States, that the Iranians are planning a missile strike on to Israel. So what can we take of this, and what does this mean on a wider region? Well, we've had, diplomats in the United Kingdom all over the place, and they're all coming out and they're all calling for a ceasefire. If you've been following this channel, you'll know that a ceasefire is, it's my opinion and it's my speculation and it's my analysis that nobody actually wants a peace deal. We can have all our politicians go out there until they're blue in the face. They can, knock on whatever doors and come up with whatever strategies they think they're doing. The reality is we're heading towards a global conflict of an industrial scale. So I'll just read you from the headlines here, guys, and then we'll explore it a little bit, unpack it, and I'll explain to you what it means and kind of what it doesn't mean as well. So Israel Hezbollah latest. Iran could be preparing an imminent missile strike on Israel, US officials tell NBC. So the US has indications that, remember, the United States intelligence is hand in hand with the Israeli intelligence. So what this could actually mean is that the Israelis, because they're the ones really who have a better handle on this situation, this could mean that the Israelis are seeing an imminent attack and they've just told the United States to, what's the word I'm looking for? Announce this to the world. Remember, the Iranians have told the Israelis months ago that what's the phrase that they used again? They're going to attack with divine vengeance or something. So, the Iranians have been saying to the Israelis that they're going to do this for a while. Can the Iranians attack Israel? Absolutely. They've done it before. Remember the huge drone strike and the huge ballistic missile strike that they conducted on Israel? Was it like a couple of months ago? A lot of these attacks, a lot of these kinetic strikes were only diverted because of the help of the RAF, the US Air Force. Well, it might have actually been the US Navy, but a lot of air power in that region went out and intercepted these drones, intercepted these ballistic missiles. Will this happen again? I don't know. But what we do know is Israel is now fighting a war on all fronts. So just to continue then, the US has indications that Iran is getting ready to launch to launch a ballistic missile attack on Israel. US officials have told NBC as Israeli forces enter Lebanon. So what we've got now is the situation where the Israeli troops are on the ground in Lebanon. Now they're saying that this is only a limited military incursion, or they're putting some name on it. I'm sure for the guys in Lebanon, it doesn't feel like anything limited. But the key takeaways from this are, the Israeli Defense Force have told, I think it was like 20 villages in and around that area to evacuate. Before the Israelis went in, you saw the Lebanese army, extracting away from the border. Then you saw a lot of indirect fire, a lot of artillery fire going into Lebanon. You've also seen artillery fire coming out of Lebanon into Israel. So that whole area is just, it's just absolutely, it's just chaos at the moment. There's a lot of fog of war. There's a lot of mixed reporting, people saying one thing and doing another. There's also a lot of sleight of hand in the context that the Israelis may claim one thing, but they actually do another. And this is just deception. And this happens in most warfare situations. So the United States now are saying that there is a missile attack imminent on Israel. What does this mean then? What does this mean on a wider region? Well, what we can see right now is that this path has never been clearer. The path now for the United States to be involved. And can you remember when I did the video on this platform? I called it something like Trump's Road to War, or Trump will invade Iran. Here's why. Do you see now how all these paths are leading to the same way? So what you're going to have right now is a situation where Iran is going to, at some point, Iran has to strike Israel. They've got the capacity with their long-range weapon systems, their missiles, their drones. They've got a huge asymmetric warfare department. Well, I say department, core, I'd say. Half of their military is dedicated to asymmetric warfare. So as all this is happening, you've got the chaos in the United States. You've got people like J.D. Vance saying that they'll not abandon Israel. You've got Donald Trump giving bro high fives to what's his name, Benjamin Netanyahu. And all the time in the United Kingdom, we've got our A team of David Lammy and Keir Starmer. You know, we have just got an absolutely catastrophic mix at the moment of incompetence in government. And looking around the government in the United Kingdom, looking around the political spectrum, I genuinely don't feel that there's anybody who could take the reins with any competency. Lots of people are saying, oh, you know, Nigel Farage is the people's hero. I don't think, guys, and this is not a diss on Nigel Farage, I don't think he has the stomach for war. And that's actually a compliment to him. I don't think he's, I don't think he could make those difficult decisions. So then we look over to the Conservatives, and who's there in the Conservatives that can, that could take up this slack, that could, buckle up and rise to the occasion. I genuinely see the United Kingdom right now as lions led by donkeys, sitting ducks, absolute, we just need to understand what's coming. I keep saying about it on this channel, this diversions, and now we're seeing more and more of this path. Everything that happens, if you take a step back and you think about all these events that are happening, and then go and watch my videos from like months ago, maybe even a year ago, certainly on our other platform. I think we've only been really posted on this platform consistently now for about, I think like maybe 3 months or something. But if you go back and look at my videos, I've not changed my tune. I've said the same thing. Britain is going to be focused in Eastern Europe, and America is going to be dragged into a wider regional war, potentially starting in the Middle East, but then looking at elsewhere. And we're looking at a Pacific war there with China. So as all this is happening, all this absolute chaos, you can see East and West NATO crumbling at its seams. And the first chip to fall has been the French, I think it was the French defense minister. He's come out and he's not retracted his statement when he said that he would support the Lebanese army. Again, I think that is just absolutely wild that a NATO military is putting out these claims like this. But, again, if you take a step back and you think, right, all these things are connected, they're not individual, but they're not individual events. They are small footsteps towards the same goal. And the same goal is geopolitical chaos, World War III on an industrial scale. Guys, this thing is happening. The Middle East is getting more and more, it's not getting more, it is getting more and more volatile, but the escalations are ridiculous. These guys are they're not in a fully fledged war yet, but at some time, as soon as the Iranians put their foot into this, as soon as the Iranians put their chips into this, put their chips on the table, that's, I don't see any way around this now. People have got to start saying, look, guys, we are actually in World War III. I could argue myself that this started in 2014. Other people will say, no, it didn't. But, it doesn't really matter. In the future, we're going to look back and remember what I said on last night's live stream. I said, we're going to look at this as this is going to be the start date on the 1st of October, 2024. That's when we're going to look back and say, right, this all started then. Anyway, guys, I am going to mag the grid. I'm going to do some more work on my extension. I'm going to try and get the aesthetics better in here. Maybe some mood lighting, some weird cyberpunk stuff, little things on the walls and stuff. Anyway, guys, like I said, I'm going to mag to grid. I'll get you guys another video later.